Well, good morning. It's Dan Leibarger here this morning, and I've decided I'm going to make a electric drum out of this cigar box. Kind of a nice cigar box, and I'm usually making cigar box guitars, but today I'm going to make an electric drum. And so the first thing I'm going to do is drill some holes in the end, because we need a little bit of air flowing through, plus maybe the sound will come out better. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So what I've done is I've drilled two 3/4 inch holes in this end and one 3/4 inch hole in this end, and here I did a recess of 3/4 inch bit. I used a Forstner bit, and I went halfway through because this is too thick and I wanted this to come through, and then I drilled a 3/8 hole on that side, so now I can attach my nut on the outside, my washer and my nut, and it works just fine. So I put that on there, and I found that I put it into place, and that holds it while I'm soldering on my leads. So I'll put that on, and then I make sure that my tabs are up, and then what I'm going to do is to solder on leads and then attach this. This might be long enough to actually, no, probably not. I might extend these leads a little bit. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this apart. This is a buzzer. This is a piezo buzzer. I bought it at Radio Shack for about $6. It's called a piezo buzzer, and what I'm doing is I use the inside of it. So I take it apart kind of carefully, but I just bust it apart just using a pair of snips. Just break it right apart, and then take this part out here. It's kind of tricky. Anyway, you want the little wafer that's inside of this buzzer. So I'll just go get some tools to take this apart. So what I've done is I've taken this apart, and inside is this little wafer, and this is the sensor that picks up the sound and acts as a pickup. And so what I'm going to do is to solder more leads on here, longer leads, so that I can reach over to here, and then I'm going to just stick it right on there with hot glue, and then we'll see how that goes. So we're waiting for the glue gun to heat up. So what I've done is I've soldered the leads onto here and on here. There was little short ones here, and I made them long enough so that I could put them. I'm going to attach this sensor onto the top of the lid. It looks better when you're playing it if you have it on the top. So about 1/3 of the way up from this end, I'm going to put it on with hot glue. Oh, by the way you tell I've got a black wire and a white wire, and I believe that the center post is equal to the center of this sensor, and the outside is the ground. You might have to do a test to find out for sure, but we're just going to stick this on right there. Just push it on good and get it, wait for it to dry. And I use hot glue for insulating, because it works better than wrapping it with tape. When I solder wires together, just a little hot glue just really does a good job of insulating. I use hot glue for everything. Or duct tape. I don't need to insulate that end because it's not going to touch anything. I've tightened this nut down good, so there we go. Well, I've got it together. I've got it I used a little hot glue to hold the wires down here and then over here, and I stuffed it full of a few old cotton claws just to give it a little bit bassier sound. When it's hollow inside, it has a brighter sound, and you could actually play it as an acoustic instrument, but by stuffing it full of claws, it's going to sound pretty neat. And now I just probably put a little hot glue on here just to hold this so that it doesn't come apart. But I haven't even really tested it out yet, but let's hear what it sounds like, just straight. Kind of interesting. So I'm going to glue this on, and so it doesn't come apart. Maybe a little glue here, and I'll leave this so that there's a little bit of a crack there, and that's good because it's going to get that nice slap sound that we want.